Recasters is a weekly anime podcast covering currently airing seasonal anime. If you like to follow weekly releases and hear discussions about it, you're in the right place.
If you enjoy series reviews and previews, then be warned.
Spoiler City straight ahead.
Recasters is a weekly anime podcast covering currently airing seasonal anime. If you like to follow weekly releases and hear discussions about it, you're in the right place.
If you enjoy series reviews and previews, then be warned.
Spoiler City straight ahead.
Hello, and welcome back to Recasters, the only anime podcast where after finally powering up to our third and final form, Jesse is killed by a stray key blast. My name is Chase Adam Robinson, and I'm joined here by my co-host, Jesse Winter.
Why am I the weak one?
And my other co-host, Chip Harris.
This is my new form, Super Saiyan 3.
And my other co-host, Aspen, the cat.
Meow.
she's just chilling, cleaning herself in between all of us. She didn't make a sound. You want to make a sound? She doesn't want to make a sound, but she's here too. She's here just so everybody knows.
In
she's
spirit.
Here in spirit and also
Heart
physically.
and soul and physically.
In
Literally and figuratively.
In every way except in voice. Welcome back to another week of Recasters. This is the part of the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that interests us. If you're just here for our anime discussions, for our specific weekly anime discussions, those are going to be timestamped in the description below, along with everything else that we talk about. To kick things off, it's been a minute. The downside of doing a podcast every other week is that this news is almost 2 weeks old at this point.
Yeah.
But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got announced.
I mean, it looks pretty neat. I like how it's kind of based out of Spain.
Yeah, I really like the Spain stuff. So I wanted to talk about that for a second because we've spent a considerable amount of time talking about Pokemon on the podcast at this point.
True.
Yeah, probably several hours. And so these games look really cool. I had a really good time playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, however you... Don't kill me.
Arceus.
I think in Japanese it's Arceus.
Nice. That's the canon name.
Yeah. So I had a really good time playing that. So, I mean, I enjoy Pokemon anyway. I know I said I got a little burnt out, but... Man, the 3 new starter Pokemon showed up, and I wanted to ask everybody here, and also everybody out there, who you picking? Chip, did you see these 3 starters?
Oh, I saw them all right. If I ever get a Switch again, and I get this game, which, I will if I get a Switch, I would have a hard time choosing between Sprigatito and Quaxley.
Holy shit, he's going to choose Quaxley?
What's the Sprigatito? Who?
Sprigatito's
okay, so, yeah.
Is that the green one?
Yeah.
Is that the cat?
The grass cat.
The grass cat, okay.
So there's the three of them are Sprigatito, the grass cat,
Yeah.
Quaxley, the water duck,
Yeah.
and then Fuecoco, the fire
Alligator thing.
Yeah, I think he's an alligator. So Chip's between Sprigatito and Quaxley. How about you, Jesse?
Sprigatito.
You're Sprigatito all the way? You team Spriggy?
Yeah, for some reason. I've literally never chosen a leaf Pokemon as a starter before, so.
What do you usually choose?
Usually fire, but in Pokemon Crystal, I will always choose my main man who turns into Fralligator. I don't know.
Totodile.
Totodile, that's it. I remember Croconon Fralligator.
and Chip, what do you usually pick?
Ooh, it's a pretty widespread mix. I'm usually able to alternate. I avoid picking grass starters, but there were 2 gens where I did pick grass. That was Gen 3 and Gen 4. No. Gen 3 and Gen 5.
You picked the grass starter in Gen 5?
Yeah.
Isn't that Chessman?
No, it's a Snivy.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, I fucking hated Chespin in Gen 6.
Okay.
That's why,
I was like, he's like the worst one. Snivy's cool. Yeah, Snivy's cool.
Yeah,
Although,
absolutely.
here's the thing. I heard a lot of people being like, looking at Sprigatito and going, please don't go on two legs. Please don't go on two legs. And I'm like, I don't care. As long as the only thing that bothers me is if you start out bipedal and you lose that. If you start out on two legs and then you lose the ability to stand on two legs, you've fucked up somewhere.
The de-evolution of the creature.
You mean just like Oshawott?
Yeah, Oshawott. I'm talking about Snivy as well, who starts out with legs and arms and turns into a snake.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So as long as if you're on four legs and you go to two legs, I have no issues.
The rest of the community has
fair.
full issues because they don't want the art that's gonna come from it getting on two legs.
Oh no.
I am now. I want to preface this by saying, if the evolution is stupid, I'm not picking it.
Nice.
But I fucking love Foy Coco, this little alligator ass bubble motherfucker.
He looks like he's got a piece of cheese on his chest.
Yeah, he does look like he's got a piece of cheese on his chest, but like
He's saving it
who
for later.
doesn't, Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, come on.
Dude, Foy Coco rules. He looks like the mascot for Bubble Bobble, but red. Have you ever played Bubble Bobble, Chip?
Nope.
It's one of those arcade games where you got the bubble and you shoot it at a group of bubbles and they pop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their mascot's a little dinosaur. I've also seen some people say he looks like Yoshi. I could see yes on the baby Yoshis, but not on Yoshi. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah, definitely. Like Yoshi is not at all my first thought on this guy.
Yeah.
No, not
He
even
said
close.
Yoshi and immediately lost me.
I've also seen a lot of people say it looks like the guy from Among Us, which is very funny.
Amogas.
I guess if he had like a mouth.
He does have a mouth. What? Oh no, the Among Us guy.
I mean, they might as well say like he's Doraemon at that point.
Yeah, he's basically Doraemon.
Yeah, he's a red Doraemon.
Dude, I love him though. He's so cute. Sprigatito is my second. Quaxley is Donald Duck.
Change my mind. You can't.
If he gets better, maybe we'll see. I got to see these evolutions first. But here's the thing: I've almost exclusively, with a couple of exceptions, chosen grass starters my entire life.
What the hell?
Bulbasaur, Chikorita, and then Gen 3 I picked Mudkip instead.
Oh,
Gen
fair.
4 I did Turtwig. Gen 5 I did Tepig instead. 6 was that Rowlet?
That was
Yeah.
Chespin. That was Chespin.
Oh, I didn't choose Chespin. Chespin sucks. Froakie. and then Rowlet.
Rowlet for the win, man.
What was the most recent starters? Oh yeah, dude, I chose Grookey, but I didn't. This was the first generation. Sword and Shield was the first generation. I didn't actually look at the evolutions before I picked them.
Oh.
I don't like Grookey's evolutions at all. I would not have picked it. I probably would have picked Score Bunny.
Yeah, that's fair. Score Bunny best. Though Secret Agent Blue Guy is pretty cool too.
Yeah, dude, Inteleon is rad.
Yeah, dude. I love his move where he like flies in and like James Bond pistols the opponent.
Yeah, I like when they have him like on a sniper perch when you get your Gigantamax
Oh
form.
yeah.
Yeah, man. He's your
Fucking
secret agent,
awesome.
man.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we've got Chip choosing Quaxley because Jesse's already chose Sprigatito. Jesse choosing Sprigatito and me choosing Foy Coco. We've got all our bases covered, boys. Chip, you're locked in. There's no other choices.
Look, Quaxley has the potential to turn into something that kind of looks like a musketeer or something, so I'm kind of excited for that.
I don't understand
Dude, yeah,
what you mean.
Donald Duck Musketeer form, absolutely.
Oh,
That's
dude,
his
I
final
love
evolution.
Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, dude, I love Kingdom Hearts 355 Dream Drops over double days.
One of these days, I'll get you to play the games, and then it won't sound ridiculous.
I found some like fan art of what the final evolutions could be, and it was pretty interesting. Sprigatito was like a saber-toothed tiger. Foy Coco was a Mexican dragon, and then Quaxley was like a fucking musketeer. So that's why I'm saying he's got potential to become like a musketeer looking thing.
So here's the thing. I also saw some fan art of their final evolutions, except the fan art I saw was just Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
That's incredible.
It made me laugh really hard.
Makes perfect sense.
Oh. All right, and that's our thoughts on the Pokemon starters. Oh yeah, and then Scarlet and Violet are basically red and blue, but I'm not complaining, I guess.
Really? Okay. I know nothing about them.
No, like the colors.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like Scarlet is just another word for red, and Violet is like a purpley blue.
I could get in a fight with you over this, but I'm not going to. It's not what we got.
It's just they're doing the same colors again, man. But that's okay because the Spain setting seems really cool, and I like the influence from Legends Arceus that they're going to use. Next, Jesse,
Yeah, that's me.
what you been doing the last 2 weeks? What's new with you?
I released an album.
Oh yeah,
That's the only thing I've done besides work in the last 2 weeks, I
mean,
think.
that's like a lot of it takes a lot though. What genre would you call this?
I'd call it wow, I don't know, ambient experimental nostalgia.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. There's a lot of like electronica influence. There's some vaporwave influence, and then there's some like I don't even know how you put it. I play guitar, so I threw guitar in there. There's some guitar in there.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to check this out because you sent me a link last night, and I meant to check it out before the podcast. I totally forgot.
Yo, no biggie, homie. That's what it's all about. It's all about forgetting and remembering.
What life?
Yeah, something.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Where can we find you? Where can we find this music?
You can find my music at yukidata.bandcamp.com. That's YUKIDATA, like the Japanese word for snow followed by data. Yeah.
Nice.
That's my artist name, Yuki Data.
Cool. Yeah.
So,
Can you do your whole pitch again? You sound like you hate the thing you just worked on.
I do. I'm never happy with anything I produce.
Okay, never mind. Just keep the pitch the same. Sure.
You can even leave that in there if you want to. Honestly.
All right. So
yeah, the whole album, it's kind of a piece of me. Like every song, I wouldn't say there's like an influence or like a thing I was going for. It's just kind of each song encompasses, I guess, a sort of emotion or thought that I have, and so that's kind of the naming scheme of everything going on there. So if you want to, please give it a listen. That'd be fantastic. I'd always love some feedback. I'd like to make ear noise that other people enjoy to have noising up their ears, but I also just kind of, like to make noise for the ears. So
Jesse does a lot of music on the side. We never really talked about it much, but Jesse's been working on music for years.
yeah, I've been playing guitar for 20 years now.
Oh my God.
And I'm still garbage because I can't.
The fact that you've been playing guitar for 20 years makes me feel fucking old.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Oh,
Makes me feel old too.
Man, yeah. So I'm excited to give this a listen. We'll definitely check it out.
Thanks, fams.
yeah, maybe we could do a collaboration sometime. I have a guitar too.
Do you know how to play it?
I can't play any songs, but I can play notes.
Incredible.
Nice. Chip's the solo guy. That's all you got to do. Play a bunch of notes.
When he said maybe we can collab sometime, what he meant was please teach me how to play guitar. Oh man. All right, and then something we talked about a little bit last episode was the Uncharted film. Jesse,
Yeah, that's me again.
you saw this movie.
Damn straight.
I also saw this movie a second time.
Whoa. Refresher mode.
I went and saw this again last Friday.
Very nice. Very nice. I think, dude, it wasn't that far after we talked about it. I think I watched the movie like a couple days after we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I still haven't seen it. Sad.
It's okay. You've played Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
The best one that you've played.
Look, I know you think that's the worst one.
Yeah, it's the best one you played, though.
Look, you're not wrong. I really do like Uncharted 3 a lot, but
Yeah, it's a great game.
yeah, absolutely.
Just because it's the worst game in the series doesn't mean it's not a great game.
Yeah. The worst of the best is still in the category of the best.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell people about the Persona series. Like, Persona 5 right now is my least favorite Persona game, and it's also an amazing game.
Hell yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, 3's my favorite, and then 4, and then 5. And they'll be like, you don't like 5? And I'm like, that's not what I said, dude. This game's like 9 out of 10, dude. It's just being beat out by 2 10 out of 10 games.
Reasonable.
Actually, Persona 3 is probably like a 7 out of 10 game. I just love that game. So, what do you think of Uncharted?
I thought it was a really good movie where Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg go on a treasure hunting adventure and then get attacked by a witch from the newest Sabrina series.
Oh, really? That's awesome, actually.
There's absolutely no fantasy in this film.
There's zero fantasy.
Yeah, I assumed you were talking about the actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, just making sure. 'Cause in a lot of the Uncharted games, you get towards the end, and this was one thing I did feel like the film was missing. But with only 2 hours, I don't know how they would have paced it properly. Because usually you play 15 hours or maybe 8 hours of Uncharted, right? And then something gets fucky in the last 2 hours of the game, right?
Yeah. I have a suggestion for whoever directed this. You'll never hear this, and you probably don't even care either. But here's my suggestion: the character you had who played that one evil witch in Sabrina, actually just make her a witch, and have her be the underlying villain the whole time, and she's using her witch powers to control these rich elites. Because then it would make sense for her to be the main villain in the last 30 minutes of the movie for some reason.
Dude, she was the main villain the whole time, right? She was very obviously not a good guy.
She was the main villain in the same way that Yamcha was the main villain in Dragon Ball. Completely incompetent and not a threat in any way.
One of those.
I disagree with that statement.
Villain Yamcha. Someone you don't take seriously at all because you don't need to.
Let me tell you my thoughts on Uncharted after my second viewing.
Alrighty.
I think this is my third favorite movie still.
Wow. Out of all movies you've ever seen?
Out of all movies I've ever seen, I think this is my third favorite movie.
That's some big praise.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I've seen 5 movies in my life.
I know that's false. I've seen several movies with you.
Yeah, 4 of them. And then I watched Uncharted. No, I don't watch very many movies. I'm not a big movie buff. I like to go to the movies with my friends. I usually go to, if you're ever in Washington, I recommend a place called Cinnabar. You can get some drinks, get some food, kick back and watch a movie. The only thing I don't like is that they tend to bring you your check during the climax of the film. Yeah, which is frustrating.
Very, very nice. And by the way, he doesn't mean the normal drinks you get at movie theaters. He means 21 plus drinks.
Oh yeah. This is a bar.
Yeah, it's a Cinna bar.
Which town is that in?
Mount Lake Terrace.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Closer than I thought it was.
It's
I thought it was farther for some reason.
No, it's not that far. Yeah, it's I'm not going to say any information that'll give away where I live. So.
Understandably. Well, you can tell we live within a reasonable distance of Mount Lake Terrace in that radius.
Yeah, it's literally 5 miles from Seattle, so.
Sure. I really like this movie. I don't like Mark Wahlberg very much in this movie. I think he's the weakest part of the film.
Yes.
I really love Chloe in the film. I don't know the actress name. I apologize.
That's the female sidekick for Nathan Drake, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her a lot too.
I thought she did a great job. She played her role really well. I really, really like Tom Holland in this film. I thought about the movie a lot before I watched it the second time, and I realized a couple of things after reading some reviews and visiting some forums and whatnot. And I realized that this movie's not canon to the video games.
Thank God.
Which is obvious if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because the relationship. Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil anything for Uncharted 3 and 4 because you haven't played them yet. But
okay.
Yeah, the movie conflicts with some stuff that happens in those games, but it stays relatively in the same vein as them. So it's supposed to be this is a reimagining of the Uncharted universe, and it's likely going to spin off its own. This is not going to be the only Uncharted film,
as all live action remakes do.
So it's going to be the Uncharted cinematic universe.
Well, it only becomes
no, the Sony animated. Wait, shit.
The Sony cinematic universe. Yeah, Spider-Man's going to pop up in Uncharted.
Oh man,
Tobey Maguire gonna swing in.
Dude, I was gonna say Tom Holland and Tom Holland's
Oh my God.
Spider-Man meets Nathan Drake.
Well, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is Marvel Productions, not Sony, but
Oh, you're right. Damn.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man could swing in, and then they could be like, have we met before?
You seem really familiar.
oh man.
Anyways, yeah. So especially as its own movie, not connected to the video games, I think this was an incredible direction for the Uncharted series. I hope Mark Wahlberg gets his shit together for the next one. The scene at the very end of the movie, right? At the very end, we're talking credits scene.
Yeah.
You see Sully with the mustache. They throw him a cigar. He's got the shirt on, right?
Yeah.
That's Sully. I want
Yeah.
to see that in the next movie.
Exactly.
That'd be so awesome.
Honestly, like I think that there's a lot of potential moving forward with this series. And Uncharted 2 is the best Uncharted game. So maybe Uncharted 2 will be the best Uncharted movie.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good. If you think about it, the first Uncharted game really good, but like kind of generic. This
Yeah.
first movie really good, but kind of generic. So
The thing is the first Uncharted game was a lot of fun. It's a good time. It's not amazing. It's not a perfect game.
no.
The first Uncharted movie, I can say pretty much the same things about it.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I want to address is I've heard some people complaining about the parkour in the film, saying that Nathan Drake is way more clumsy and wouldn't be able to do parkour. And then I think about all of the climbing segments that I do.
Yeah.
And like watching that movie a second time after hearing people say that, there are so many moments, like, the part where he's chasing Chloe through... They're Spain, right?
Yeah.
Is through the streets of what city is that?
I think was it Madrid?
Barcelona?
Oh, Barcelona.
Yeah, it's chasing her through the streets of Barcelona, and he's like tripping on things. He fell off the fountain. He's like grabbing onto stuff while it's breaking. That's very Nathan Drake.
To be honest, that's like more clumsy than Nathan Drake. I mean, just look at the first two Uncharted games. This dude is climbing up a train that's falling off a cliff. This dude is like double backflipping through falling down ancient Aztecian structures.
Yeah.
This guy is like front flipping off a Nazi submarine and drop kicking a dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're just trying to tell me Nathan Drake doesn't do parkour. Fuck you.
Nathan Drake's uncoordinated. Okay, sure.
Yeah, a little
Whatever you
bit,
say.
I guess, when he's running, but not when he's actually doing parkour. Like,
Jesus,
they're
yeah.
complaining about the wrong stuff.
I still think this is an incredible movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Mark Wahlberg, very weak.
Yeah. After hearing what you have to say about the movie and comparing it to my own experience, I want to say that this first movie feels like an action adventure that you could have slapped any name on. Like it didn't, like you could have, it could have been Indiana Jones, it could have been Uncharted, it could have been a new IP, right? But just now thinking about it, you could say the same thing about the first Uncharted game. You could have slapped Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's
you
just
could have
Indiana
slapped,
Jones.
it could have been any IP, right?
It's a
So
male Tomb Raider.
yeah. So maybe the second movie's really gonna, grab the Uncharted by the horns and go with it.
Hell yeah, and I'm excited to see it.
Hell yeah.
Super Uncharted.
The second movie is
Uncharted ballsy.
Oh my god! I can't remember if I already complained about this. My number one complaint about this film is that every single Uncharted video game has a subtitle, and the movie's just called Uncharted.
Did the first game have a subtitle?
The first one's called Uncharted: Drake's Fortune.
Bro, they missed out.
I know. It's
Good
like,
opportunity.
You could call this, the Hunt for Magellan, or like
Yeah.
Drake's Origins,
Or New Dawn.
New Dawn. They could have called it Uncharted Tom Holland Edition. They just didn't do anything. They're just like Uncharted, and then like the movie, like when it cuts to the Uncharted title screen at the end. What are you doing, Aspen? She has climbed onto Chip and is smelling him. They cut to the thing. It says Uncharted, right? And the text looks like Uncharted, but they've got all these like blue spiderweb looking things around it, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's not what Uncharted looks like. Put it on like a burnt map or something.
Uncharted, blue spider webs.
No, it was a reference to the really old sort of not so well known IP Spider-Man that Tom Holland also was in.
Right. Years ago.
Years ago.
Oh. Another really exciting thing came out in the last couple weeks that dominated a majority of my time. Something that I've been looking forward to for a long time now.
Whoa.
And that thing is Elden Ring.
Whoa.
But before I talk about Elden Ring, before it came out, when I had nothing to do because I was twiddling my thumbs waiting for Elden Ring to come out, there are probably many things I could have done. And instead I didn't because I just wanted to play Elden Ring. So I started watching the original 90s Berserk series.
Ooh, how was that?
So I got a couple things to say. First off, I want to lead into this by saying the Dark Souls series, which if you're not aware at this point, I don't know what happened, but Elden Ring is made by the people who made Dark Souls, and it is a collaboration between From Software's Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin of the Song of Ice and Fire novels. And they worked together to make this game. But Dark Souls itself and Miyazaki's a huge fan of Berserk and puts a lot of influence from the Berserk series into Dark Souls. So I was like, what else to do before Elden Ring? I finally finished beating Dark Souls 3 again. What am I going to do now? Watched a little bit of Berserk. First of all, I watched the first episode dubbed because I was like, bro, this is 90s anime dubbing. We got to check that shit out.
Yeah, buddy.
It is the worst dub I've seen in my entire life.
Wow, that's really saying something.
Impressive.
Yeah, and I've watched a lot of shitty dubs. This was bad. I watched it in Japanese afterwards. Incredible, honestly. The voice acting in Japanese is astonishing. In English, shit.
You've heard it here. Dubs are shit.
No. This is what, dude, it was like half the time, it was so bad that the lip flaps didn't match at all what was being said.
Classic.
And like, I know that was a problem in the 90s, but like it's fucking bad. It's like they did no editing at all.
It's like one of those like old like B-flick kung fu movies.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The sound design wasn't as good somehow. The fucking sometimes I had the subtitles on because I tend to have subtitles on while I'm watching stuff. So I had the subtitles on while watching the English audio, but as always, the subtitles match up with the Japanese audio, not the English audio.
Yeah.
There were points when there were subtitles for things that weren't said at all. Nobody said anything there. I'm like, you just cut the line out?
Incredible.
Oh my gosh. What were they thinking?
I was like, yeah, sure. Who needed that line?
Yeah, not important. Just toss it into the trash.
Oh, man. But I had a really good time watching it. I've read a couple of chapters of the manga. Nothing at all. Like, it does not start off in the same place at all.
Oh.
I've been informed that the place that it starts in the manga is actually way farther down, and then it cuts back after a few chapters to Guts' origins.
Whoa.
This one kind of like you see... I mean, you still see one episode of Modern Guts, I guess, before it cuts back, but it's like much, much less. It's just like you get a glimpse of him. He fights a dude real quick, cut back to his origins, instead of like there was like a storyline going on before they cut back before.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think that's probably because it's only 24 episodes, 24, 25 episodes.
Yeah, that makes sense. You only got so much time to work with.
They were like, bro, get to the point. But I'm having a really good time with it. I knew nothing about Griffith, basically. He seems really cool.
Is he the white hair guy?
He's the white hair guy.
Okay, gotcha. For context, my only experience of the 90s Berserk is through the YouTube series AMV Hell, so.
Very nice.
My only experience with Berserk period is the newer anime that they did.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I watched one episode and I was like, I can't fucking do this. I don't know why.
Understandable.
And then I was like, probably because it's actually like fucking terrible.
Yeah, that one's not good. That one's not good. I have never watched it. I have seen clips from it and been convinced enough not to watch it.
Yeah, even if those are like the worst of it, I still don't want to.
Yeah, I'd rather read the manga. Now, Elden Ring, the game that Berserk got me to play. Just kidding,
Whoa.
I was going to play it anyway.
Damn.
I pre-ordered this game like 2 weeks before it came out, so. I played this shit the second it turned 9 o'clock. All right, the place we live, we get 9 p.m. releases for midnight releases because the world goes off of New York time. So we get at 9 p.m. the night before instead of midnight the day of. 9 p.m., I was on it, man. I was on that game.
Hell yeah.
But funny story, my roommate Patrick was also playing, and we were like rushing through the character creation because we were like, I just want to play the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he like listened to like 2 voice lines for one of the characters and was like, yeah, sounds good, let's go. But what he didn't know is that if you listen to enough of the characters' voice lines, you'll hear what is the most ridiculous pain sound in the world.
Oh no.
So, you get hit in these games and usually you'll be like, ooh, or something like that, right? And instead he's like, ooh.
Oh, he picked one of those voices.
It's so good. So it's like watching him fight a hard boss and he's like getting knocked around, his character, ooh. Where he's like frustrated and laughing. Man, but this game is incredible. This is the open worldness of Breath of the Wild with the environmental storytelling of Dark Souls and the cinematic bosses of is so good. I chose a mage class. I've been playing as a mage.
Is that hard? Is it tough?
No, the mage class is much easier.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
there's perks and there's ups and downs to that, right? I get killed in 2 hits.
That's rough.
But I have ranged attacks.
Fair, yeah.
So it definitely, I started switching to a more spell sword based build. I got a thing that made it so that my sword scales off of magic.
Oh, nice.
And that's been a lot more fun because for a while when I was just using magic, I was like, everything feels too easy. I feel like it was not balanced around this. You know, like I'm just crushing stuff.
They're like Dark Souls. Everybody's going to play a warrior with a big sword.
Almost everybody I know picked the samurai class at the start.
Wow.
Yeah, the mage one's called the astrologer, I think.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Usually I'm like, don't talk to me about astrology, but but with this, it's like it feels like more, you know, you use like the power of the glint stones, which are like based around stars and stuff like that. And it's like a lot cooler. It's more, you know, it's fantasy stuff.
Yeah, dude. Fantasy stuff for a fantasy idea.
Yeah. Oh man. This game is maybe, I think, the best game I've ever played. And I don't mean it's my favorite game. I mean, I think it's the best game I've ever played.
Like technically or like?
Probably technically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that like the gameplay of this game, I have experienced a couple bugs. I will say that if you have to forgive the bugs if you're going to call it the greatest game of all time. But one bug, and I can show you guys this later because I have it saved on my PlayStation.
Nice.
I got on my horse and then my horse went forward. Like I did the animation to get on the horse, like because you call it and it gets spectral summoned out of nothing.
Okay.
Right? And then so I got on the horse and the horse went without me.
Oh, nice.
And I'm stuck in the air riding on nothing, stationary while my horse rides off into the distance.
Beautiful.
And I was like, what do I do? None of the buttons would work. And then eventually I just died.
Oh my God.
I was like, all right, cool.
Fair enough.
He just died. Jesus.
Now that being said, this is a standout moment in 25 hours I've played, right? Like there have been very few bugs in this game. But just like, I can't believe how big this fucking game is and how dense the world is with things. The coolest part about this game is going into another place that either you've been to before and didn't finish exploring or haven't been to before and looking at things and going, what the fuck is that? That is the greatest feeling in the world.
Nice.
There's just so much to explore, so much to do, lots of little optional dungeons, some huge optional dungeons, 2 full optional dungeons I've done so far, and I haven't even beaten the first major boss in the game yet.
That's awesome. I love shit like that. I love when you can have like full fleshed out quest size shit to do and it's not even like the main story. It's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool. I've talked to a lot of people about this game so far, and almost everybody I've talked to has had a wildly different experience with the game. It's really interesting to get that feel, you know?
Yeah.
This game brought a lot of new players to the Souls series, you know, like everybody who played the Souls games is playing Elden Ring, but people who didn't play the Souls series are also playing Elden Ring, and they're getting their shit rocked right now. This is not an easy game. It's also a little different than the Souls series. Well, where the Souls series is, you know, they got the get good mentality, right?
Yeah.
If you're failing at a boss, then you can improve mechanically and beat this boss. This game is scaled around an open world. You might be underleveled for this fight.
Dude, I'm so glad you said that. That actually makes me maybe want to play the game.
It's really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you're legit selling it to somebody who thought they were just going to ignore this game.
It's because again, there's so much to do in this world. If you're struggling on a boss fight, there's 12 other things you could be doing right now to get stronger before you go back into this fight.
Dude, that's so awesome. My biggest gripe with Dark Souls is like not that it's hard. I don't care. I like hard games. You know me. I'll jump into a game on the hardest difficulty for literally zero reason.
Jesse has been playing Metal Gear Solid 1 with me and our other friend, and we had to convince him not to play it on the hardest difficulty because he wanted to, and we were like, please, I don't want to watch you get frustrated at this game.
I think the hardest difficulty was actually locked, so you got off lucky there.
Yeah.
If it's not the hardest, I'll be willing to accede.
I do think I did get lucky because you got frustrated enough at the normal mode on the game.
Yeah, to be fair, well, yeah, that's a whole nother track.
All right. Sorry. What were you gonna say about
but Dark Souls, my big problem is like, the get good mentality. It's not getting good. It's learn when to dodge roll better. You know what I mean? Like.
Not always. It's also learn how many swings you can get in here.
Okay, yeah. So it's learn when to dodge, and it's learn how many swings you can have.
And learn like how long a window is to use your Estus Flask to heal, or
yeah, but that's all the same mojo. You know what I mean? It's all the same stuff.
Right.
It's like learn the numbers between the character frames. It's like that's not a challenge. That's just fight the boss enough times to know exactly what he's gonna do. That's not hard. That's just time consuming.
And I would agree with that.
Yeah. So it sounds like Elden Ring actually has like challenging mechanic, like, components to it. You know what I mean?
And there's so many different ways you can take your build, and you can always like. I have been informed by my little brother. I haven't got here yet, but in the second area of the game, the second major area of the game, you can respec.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
So if you're unhappy with your build after the first major boss, you can go change that.
Always appreciate that.
That's pretty neat.
In Dark Souls 3, you can do the same thing, but they have it locked behind a weird thing. You can only do it 5 times per run.
Doesn't nobody like Dark Souls 3?
Dark Souls 3 is the best one.
Oh, okay.
Dark Souls 2 is the one no one likes.
Oh.
Dark Souls 2 has a very interesting mechanic around it. And for the record, Dark Souls 2 nobody likes because it's not as good as the other Dark Souls games, not because it's a bad game. Again, it's decent. It's probably a 7 out of 10.
Fair enough. Okay, I've never played Dark Souls 2, so
yeah, and like you don't have to if you don't want to. It's
cool.
Fun.
I played 1 and 3. Good enough, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've experienced enough Souls-like games. I played Code Vein. That's about as Souls-like as I'm gonna get.
There you go, dude.
When you said you've played enough Souls-like games, isn't Code Vein the only one you played?
Well, I mean, I played Sekiro too,
enough.
but
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, isn't dude, what's that one other Japanese Souls-like game that nobody talks about anymore because Sekiro came out?
You talking about Ghost of Tsushima?
Oh, there was that one too. No,
that one came out after Sekiro.
Even sooner than that. Well, obviously, if that one came out after Sekiro.
Right. Oh, Neo.
Neo, that's it.
That
dude.
game rules.
I love the first Neo. I haven't played the second Neo, but the first Neo is fucking banging.
Yeah, I just like Souls-like games, man. Code Vein was really good too.
Nice.
Jesse, you played a little bit of Code Vein.
I did. I actually really like Code Vein. I just, dude, something, I don't know, like something about it. I just couldn't pull me back in.
I think it was mostly just like you seemed to only be able to play it and have fun when you were streaming it for us.
Yeah, I think it's one of those games that is more fun to play with other people for me.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
I started seeing like little Easter eggs and stuff from like the God Eater series because it's in the same world, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I gotta finish this game."
That's really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Elden Ring gonna go down as one of my favorite games as long as it stays as consistently good as it is right now. Like I said, I'm not even a quarter of the way through the game yet, and I'm probably 20 to 25 hours in. If all 100 hours of my gameplay that I expect this to take is as exciting as it has been for this portion, this is gonna be like a top 5 game for me.
Impressive.
I didn't like Breath of the Wild, for the record. I had a good time playing Breath of the Wild, but I got frustrated by the end of it because it has very few memorable moments. It's got beautiful scenery. It's a lot of fun to explore, but once you get to the late game, the game falls off a lot. There's like, your weapons break, so there's almost no reason to fight enemies because you're stronger than the enemies anyway. You're just wasting your durability.
That's unfortunate.
The the story in the game is not very good, and the optional stuff that you can do, the 120 shrines, get a little tedious because they're all just short puzzles.
Ooh, that all sounds unfortunate.
Yeah, so Breath of the Wild was a lot of fun for 20 hours for me, and then stopped being as much fun. I really hope that's not the case with Elden Ring.
Well, you already passed the 20-hour mark, so
true.
Sounds like you're good to go. It's all uphill from here.
Oh man, there's one more thing I want to talk about here, and that's that after last episode, Jesse convinced me. Actually, during last episode, I should say, Jesse convinced me to read a manga, and this is a manga that many of my friends will be surprised to hear that I have decided to read. Chip, you may also. Do you know what this is at this point?
I feel like I should since I was here for the last episode, but I don't.
Chip's never really here.
Yeah, plot twist, I'm actually off remote recording.
Yeah, oh man. I have been reading the manga Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me now that I've heard it, because I remember we talked extensively about the manga last time, but it's still kind of surprising that you decided to read it.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I have a few things in particular that I want to point out here, but the first thing I want to say is, Jesse, I did some more research to double check your work on something, because you had said that Dragon Ball in Japan was the whole of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That was something that I didn't understand you were saying at first.
Oh, okay.
And then at some point, you were like, no, you're not getting it. But a few things have confused me since then. But I have confirmed that you are correct.
Nice. I like being right.
Jesse's over here like, oh shit, did I fuck up?
Yeah, dude, I'm sitting here in my head like he's gonna find some secret like interview I never saw.
No. But the anime has always been Dragon Ball Z.
Even in Japan?
Even in Japan.
Okay, gotcha. Because I know that they rebranded Dragon Ball as Dragon Ball Z as an anime exclusive thing. I just wasn't sure if it was for the like Western audience or if they did it in Japan too.
Right, yeah. The confusion really started settling in for me when Jesse and I went and visited a retro game store a while back. I went back there a couple days ago to buy a couple of bottom tier character Tomozaki figures because they had my two favorite characters from that show, and nobody else watched that but me. So I was like, holy shit. So I went back to buy those figures, and I was looking at their Famicom games. And again, Famicom is a Japanese exclusive console. It was the NES here. And they had, I can show you pictures. I did take pictures. They had this game titled Dragon Ball 3.
Dragon Ball 3.
They also had this game titled Dragon Ball Z 3.
Incredible.
And these are different games. They're
vastly. You can tell just by the cover picture.
But they are both in the Dragon Ball Z art style, the adult Goku art style.
Yeah, well, you'll get there. You'll get there in the manga.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say because I heard it in a YouTube video.
Fair enough.
But I know that near the end of Dragon Ball, you do see adult Goku.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get there.
Dude, I was too, and it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun. It's awesome.
And now that I've finally clarified that, this was bothering my brain for so long. I want to give my thoughts on Dragon Ball so far. I'm about 30 chapters in right now.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome. Okay.
So I just finished the first major arc, and now we're going into the Roshi training arc section.
Oh, nice.
This manga's hilarious.
Yes. Ooh.
It's so funny. It seems like the main antagonist didn't get introduced until like the very end of the first arc. And don't get me wrong, the first arc is find all the Dragon Balls, and they're just like running around doing random bullshit.
Yeah, literally. That's a very accurate summary.
I was surprised to see that Yamcha was a villain. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yamcha was the shit, man. He's so strong when he first gets introduced.
I don't know. Goku's been kicking his ass since day one.
Goku's a Saiyan. What do you want? This kid with a monkey tail who turns into a giant ape. Oh, he's so strong. Yeah, no shit.
I do also, like, I had so much nostalgia reading this as well because I watched Dragon Ball as a kid.
Nice.
But one thing I was surprised to see was that actually this doesn't surprise me at all, but there's a lot of humor that definitely would not fly today.
Yeah.
Is not aged well in certain areas.
Very dated.
But if you go into it knowing that, you might have a good time with it. There's like, I mean, it's like pretty. There's a lot of like women objectification. Let me try that again. Hang on. There's a lot of women objectification. There's a lot of like jokes involving groping and stuff like that. Is stuff that definitely doesn't. you can't do that now.
Yeah.
Bro, they still did it anyway. In Dragon Ball Super, Master Roshi still makes like a couple of jokes here and there.
I mean, that's like Master Roshi.
That's
like
his character at this point.
You should see him in Dragon Ball though, dude. This guy goes hard. he like you think he's inappropriate in Dragon Ball Super. Check this guy out in Dragon Ball.
Oh man.
I've had so much fun with it though. It's seeing him first get the Nimbus. I was surprised about his stick that he started
Bjorn?
with it. Yeah. That's something I was going to ask you about. I'm reading this on the Shonen Jump app, and there are things they're saying in it that are just straight up not translated. And I don't know if that is how it's supposed to be, because I remember them saying different things in the show.
So first thing, the show was not a success in the West, and so it didn't get an official dub until after Dragon Ball Z got an official dub in the West. So they had already like started kind of westernizing a lot of the lingo in Dragon Ball Z, and they wanted it to line up. But Dragon Ball is a parody on A Journey to the East, which is an ancient Chinese tale that's popular in those East Asian countries. And so since Japan and China have a lot of the same linguistic heritage, a lot of the words in Japan are the same words in China. They're just said in a different way. So the translation ends up like being the Chinese word because it's supposed to be a Japanese joke on like how you pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were just straight up leaving like, English written out Chinese words in.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, they'll be like, oh, this is the 1-star Dragon Ball, but instead of the 1-star Dragon Ball, they say like the Shi Un Kai or something like that. That's probably incorrect. I'm very sorry that
that's pretty close though, to be honest. But yeah, that's because they're translating it into the Chinese name. It's like a name, right? It's like Goku is in English, right? That's the Japanese pronunciation of a Chinese word. So
and what did you say the stick was called?
It's either called the Byo B or like the Byoin, something like that.
Nyoibo?
Byoin, Nyobo.
Nyoibo.
This is too hard.
It's the Nyoibyo.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to say if you don't like already speak Japanese, but it's the Monkey King bar.
The Nyoibyo is the Japanese pronunciation of the Chinese word for the Monkey King bar.
Nyoibo. And the word
Nyoibo.
the word bo in Japanese does mean stick.
Yeah, exactly. See, so it's the monkey stick,
okay,
or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I do wild. Right?
Anyways,
yeah.
all I meant to say was it's interesting that he started with it, because I was like, ooh, I wonder how he's gonna get that stick, but then he just has it.
Yeah. I actually, because there's a lot of, and you'll get to it later too, is how I found out about it. But there's some lore about Goku coming to Earth and his relationship with Grandpa Gohan and all that stuff that doesn't get explained right away, that I thought was going to be explained away. So I already had the knowledge, and I'm reading this like, where are we at? Where's this stuff happening at?
Yeah, I did. We got to the part where you find out, and spoilers for Dragon Ball.
For anybody who cares about spoilers for Dragon Ball.
It's been like 50 years. Come on.
It's been 40, but yeah.
Close enough, really.
So Goku actually kills his grandpa by accident.
Yeah. He turns into the giant ape and stompies on him.
Yeah. And that's, oh man, that's like so sad to think about. And you can tell they took that seriously in the manga, because like this is a big joke manga, but when they have serious moments, you can tell.
Yeah. And
in this, like after Bulma and them figured out what was going on, they were like, oh shit, nobody tell him.
Yeah.
I love Goku as a kid so much because he's just as much of a himbo as he always is, except he's a child, so it makes sense.
And it's adorable.
Yeah. I love when he loses his tail because like they cut off his tail so that he doesn't turn into the giant monkey monster anymore, right? And he wakes up and he stands up and falls over because he doesn't have his tail, so the balance is all wrong, right? And he's just like, "Where's my tail?" Oh well.
Dude, and I love how with that kind of stuff, it's always like there's no growth to these things. There's no lead up to them. It's just like a thing happens and then the next thing happens, right? You know?
Yeah.
He's like doing his thing and then he loses his tail. And then he's like, "Oh well, my tail's gone." And then like the next thing he walks up, he's like, "Yo, what's up?" And everybody's like, "Why do you have a tail?" He's like, "Oh, it grew back or something."
Does he have it? He gets it back?
He might.
He shows up to Master Roshi's island to train, and Master Roshi's like, "Hey, didn't you have a tail?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Where'd it go?" And he's like, "I don't know." just move on from there. He's like, "Well, all right."
Fair enough.
Oh, dude, that brings me back to, I want to say something about Elden Ring real quick.
Oh, okay.
There's a part where you talk to this like slave at a castle, right? And he's like, "Don't go through the front gate if you need to get into the castle, because there's lots of enemies there that are like pointing arrows directly at it. And so if you go through the front gate, you'll die. But you can sneak around to the back through this way, and then you have an option on which direction to go." I went through the back way, even though he seems sketchy as hell. So I was like, "Is he going to betray me?" I'm not sure. I went through the back way, and that section is awesome until you get to a certain point where it gets really fucking confusing. And I ended up on the other side of the front gate several times, and I was like, "Dude, I should have just gone through the fucking front gate." So I teleported back to this guy because there's fast travel in this game.
Okay.
I teleported back to this guy, and I went and talked to him to get him to open the door, right? And he's like, "Are you sure you want to go through the door? It's dangerous. I told you that." And you're like, "Yeah, please open the gate." And he goes, "Fair enough." And they open the gate.
Alrighty, well, there you go.
It's just like my favorite thing is this just like shriveled old man slave going, "Fair enough." Anyways, yeah, Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So the other thing that in the translations that's been throwing me off is Krillin.
Kuririn.
Yeah, because his name isn't Krillin, it's Kuririn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all weird.
Kuririn. Yeah, which is exactly how they say it in Japanese.
Yeah.
But not what I'm used to reading.
Very fair.
And also, Krillin sucks. It's like, I remember Krillin being this like lovable doofus who's like not as strong as everybody else, but you know, Goku's best friend and he does his best. He's like a little shit when he shows up.
Yeah, dude.
And the way they draw him, he looks like a mighty bean.
Dude, he does.
You guys remember Mighty Beans?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I remember, unfortunately.
This guy, he's just like, he's shorter than Goku, which, you know, Goku's small. He's shorter than Goku, but his head's bigger than Goku. He doesn't have a nose, and then his shoulders go up almost to his fucking ears.
Yeah.
And he always has this smug look on his face.
Dude, I love young Kuririn. He's so funny.
Man, I'm interested to read more. Also, I finally got to where Launch shows up, or the actual translation of her name, because the anime translated it wrong, but her name is Lunch.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot more sense when you get into the, you know, the food theme that they do with names.
Yeah, everything just being a food joke.
Yep. Food.
And do you remember her, Chip?
Oh, yeah, no, I do. Surprisingly.
Okay. Yeah.
Akira Toriyama forgot about her, though.
Right, yeah. We talked about that before on the podcast, because she just kind of stopped showing up at some point. But, yeah, Lunch got introduced, and that was pretty interesting how she shows up. I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah, I actually didn't either when I got there. I was
like, oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other thing I want to mention is, Chip, do you remember what the first wish on the Dragon Balls in the series was?
Was it the Was it the panties?
It was the panties. Yes. So, what's the bad guy's name?
Which one?
The first antagonist.
Garlic Jr.?
I don't think that's his name.
Wait, are you talking about the pig or?
No, he is the little tiny.
Oh, Pilaf.
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 Yeah,
Pilaf.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pilaf. I forgot which order people came up in.
Dude, I remember him as Garlic Jr. also, but that must be a different character.
Garlic Jr. is, I believe he's a non-canon one-off in one of the movies called Revenge of Garlic.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Garlic?
In that movie's lore, Garlic was an ancient enemy that the previous god had defeated, and his son Garlic Jr. came back to extract revenge and then was sealed away in the dead zone by, I think, the current god, which was Kami at the time.
He's from Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone.
Yeah. Oh, Dead Zone. Oh, what?
Oh, and that's a Z movie, too.
It wasn't called Revenge.
Oh, yeah, and then there's a non-canon arc called the Garlic Jr. saga that takes place between Frieza and Trunks saga.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he's from a movie and then shows up in a non-canon arc.
Yeah.
So just non-canon.
Just non-canon.
All the way around, yeah.
Hardcore.
Okay, so Pilaf. Pilaf gets the 7 Dragon Balls. He steals 6 from them and he has 1 left. And then he's about to wish to become the ruler of the world or something like that.
Yeah.
And then in a panic, Oolong, who is a character I forgot about until I started reading this.
Right.
Fucking pig, right?
Yeah. Is he in Z?
He is
Yeah,
in
he
Z very shortly. I mean, I think he's like actively in the show in the Saiyan saga, and after that he's just one of those background characters.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that probably just hangs out with Kami, right?
Yeah, he's basically just at the Kami house all the time.
That's where everyone hangs out.
Yeah, he shows up in Super as well, so.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So in a last ditch effort to cut him off, then Oolong just yells out that he wants a hot girl's panties. That's what he wishes for. And some panties fall from the sky and he wears them on his head. And that is the end of that. I love also this, like, they had this like budding romance that was like not really happening, but you knew it was kind of gonna happen between Yamcha and Bulma, right? Where like she was like, man, he's so hot, and he's like, man, I wish I could talk to girls. And like that's the whole conflict.
And they're both trying to get the Dragon Balls because Bulma's like, I'm gonna wish for a boyfriend, and then Yamcha's like, I'm gonna wish that I could talk to girls.
And then they're just like, well, hey, let's just date. That was pretty funny. Everything about this manga has been hilarious. Oh, also one of my favorite fucking panels in the entirety of the manga. I think I sent this to Jesse when I saw it, but there's a part where Goku punches Yamcha and he gets banked off the top of the panel, and like it breaks the manga panel.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I was like, bro, I love it. I love it so much when mangakas use the medium that they're in for what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
And that's my thoughts on Dragon Ball so far. I'm gonna continue reading it. I'm having a really good time. I think I'm gonna be getting to the tournament soon. I think. Not really. Okay, cool.
Well, it's actually, I was surprised because there is a major arc that occurs at the Tenkaichi Budokai, but I did not realize that throughout Dragon Ball they attend the Tenkaichi Budokai multiple times.
Interesting. I also did not know that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's 2 very popular scenes from the animated arcs that involve the Tenkaichi Budokai, and I thought they were from the same arc, and they're actually 2 separate arcs.
Oh.
And I think they visit the Tenkaichi Budokai more than 3 times anyways. It's like the tournament happens like once every 4 years or some shit, so.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, yeah. Also, Goku's 14. I didn't know that.
Wait, he's 14 while he's that short?
Yes, correct.
I don't think
Jesus
so.
fucking
No,
Christ.
they said that because Bulma's like, I'm 16. How old are you? And he's like, I'm 14. And she was like, what?
I'm pretty sure that was a joke if I remember correctly. He was like, I'm 14. Oh, maybe you haven't gotten there yet. I think there's a point later where he goes like, yeah, I'm like this old, and then or no, they find out he doesn't know how to count.
Oh.
He's actually 11, and so he said 14 because he thought it came after 10 or some shit.
Jesus.
Well,
Classic.
Yeah.
I feel like it's still right that he's 14 because I remember that there's when we see him as an adult, he's 19.
I'm not sure that's true either. I think when we see him as an adult, I think he's actually like 14 or 15. No, that's not right either. I don't know. Anyways,
I'll let you know when I get there. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm pretty sure he's 11 right now. That's all I can confirm.
Jesse was like in and out of consciousness while he was reading this, so
I did read half of Dragon Ball in a literal fever dream.
So, Jesse could be making shit up. We don't know.
Yeah.
And with that, please enjoy the episode.
Next up, we have Orient, episodes 8 and 9.
Holy shit, dude! This show like took a turn I wasn't expecting. Right?
100%.
So, Mr. Kingdom Hearts shows up, right? And does this guy have a name yet?
Yes.
I forgot what his first name is, but his last name is Inukai.
All right, Mr. Kingdom Hearts. He walks through this whole thing, right? And he's like, okay, you're gonna join me. And I thought that meant obviously like you're supposed to think this, but you thought he was gonna like recruit him.
Yeah, like squad up. They're gonna do the Naruto trio.
But he's like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm gonna transform you into materials.
But like before I fully realized he was a villain, right? This man shows up to the Bushi squad, right? And they're like, step aside, motherfucker. And he's like, all right. And he like looks at him while they're holding the sword at him, right? And I thought he was gonna like snap the sword. Instead, he just fucking kills them. I was like,
yeah, dude.
Oh shit!
he lifts his sword and they fucking die.
He's not messing around at all.
This is not what I thought his character was going, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
Yep, he's a murderous bastard, all right.
I thought he was gonna be like a neutral hero.
Yeah. I thought he was a neutral party.
Yeah, definitely.
It would have been cool if he was, but considering he wants to take the swords from Bushi band members, like...
To be honest, he still feels kind of neutral to me. He's just the antagonist to the people we're currently following.
I guess that's true. You're right.
So...
I love, what's her name? Naoshi? Is that her?
Was it Naoshi or Nanao?
It was Nanao.
Nanao.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, she's so cute.
Dude, I love Nanao. She's best character. 100, hands down, easy mode.
Nanao, greatest.
Of
all time.
Whoa, that's a claim.
You don't even believe that.
I mean, you're right.
I like that Musashi has a new sword already. Like, I'm not sure if he's gonna get that other one or keep this one.
Yeah, dude, I'm real torn up on that.
It's interesting because I feel like in a way, the opening was subverting my expectations, but I could be wrong. If he goes back to that other sword, then that's not the case. But if he keeps this new red katana, which is actually a katana and actually does look relatively normal despite being red and notched.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, this one looks pretty normal. I like this. And I'm like, this is from Final Fantasy. What are you talking about? he picks up this sword and I'm like, okay, that's like a Demon Slayer katana.
That's a normal ass katana.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, at this point, I'm starting to wonder if he's going to be in Mr. Kingdom Hearts situation where he goes through different blades, like...
Oh, that's possible, yeah. But Mr. Kingdom Hearts has the one big...
his main sword, huh?
His
claymore.
Mihawk sword.
Yeah,
from One Piece.
his Hawkeye Mihawk sword.
Dude, it really know who that is, right?
Nope, no clue.
Oh, bruh.
Hawkeye
Mihawk is a
imagine he
true
uses a big sword.
pirate gangster.
Oh, pirate gangster, huh?
No, he's more like a Catholic inquisitor, but he's a pirate gangster.
That's the sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've seen this guy's sword before.
Isn't it called like Black Cross or something?
I don't know.
Fair.
It's literally just a katana cross.
I know. It's hella dope, dude.
It's fucking huge.
He's got to be one of the coolest anime characters of all fucking time.
And this guy's a copycat. Mr. Kingdom Hearts Mihawk here.
Yeah, Mr. Xehanort Mihawk.
Yeah. It does look kind of like young Xehanort, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, I mean, this guy's still badass. I feel bad because I'm like, you killed like good people, but also you're so cool.
Did he kill good people?
He killed people.
The Bushi who like pointed their swords at him were like, oh, fucking guy, we're Bushi. Give us the Kishi, you little dipshit.
Yeah,
he's like, bruh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He killed a few dickheads.
I mean, did you see this guy's weird ass like facial hair? And then his laugh was like, nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, I mean,
thank God he killed him. Honestly, like I'm relieved.
Get that guy out of my fucking show. Oh, man. Okay, so over the course of these 2 episodes, there were so many typos in the subtitles.
What the fuck was that all about?
Did you notice that too?
Yeah, dude.
I was like, what's going on? There's like letters swapped
like backwards. At one point, he was like, "We're gonna medium." I was like, "What?
What does that mean?" Yeah. And then there's a point when he was like, "I will always, right?" And like he finished the sentence, but that wasn't. If you listen to the Japanese, he didn't say "always" twice. That was just they just put the word twice for some reason. I was like,
Add emphasis, localization.
It's not what happened.
Oh,
Whoever's doing the subtitles for this show probably had a rough couple weeks. All I'm saying.
I guess so. Yeah, they're the last subtitler left.
they're doing like 12 shows, and they're like, I don't give a shit about this one. They're like,
nobody's watching this.
They're like doing Attack on Titan also, right? And they're like putting all their work into Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Oh man, Attack on Titan. But anyways,
just shut up, Chip. We're gonna talk about that next. Orient is an enjoyable show.
Yeah, I think that it gets better as it goes on.
I agree. I still think that this desert could use to look like anything else, but
they're like, the Bushi have colored blades. That's good enough, right?
This part where he cuts a square in the earth was kind of fucking wild.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, what?
I feel like they implied that he cut into the center of the earth because he went straight to magma, but
dude, he cut this giant ass square in the earth, and the square descended, and then the square ascended.
That's correct, yes.
And then he cut up the square, and then it was the hole again.
And then in the hole there was lava.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where are you?
And like, dude, Musashi got real lucky because they have the scene where he's falling. He's like, I don't know how long I've been falling. I lost track of time. Like, holy shit, bro. And then he stabs the sword into the wall. He's like, ooh, good thing I stopped 10 feet above lava. Bro, what?
Look, I'm not an expert, but I think in real life, if you're 10 feet above lava, you're already dead.
Probably. Well, no, you can get pretty close to lava, actually.
Can you? Even when it's concentrated in a pit?
Okay, so let me say this. The core of the earth, you're probably dead. Actual lava, you're probably fine.
I mean,
Interesting.
I've seen videos of people like with a glove on literally slap lava as it's coming out of a tube, so.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because lava is just, it's the liquid form of rocks. So, like, the heat is contained within the shape of it.
I would love to touch lava.
I'd sacrifice a finger for that.
No, I'm going to wear a glove like Chip was saying.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about, depends on the lava you find.
I'd
love to drop something in lava.
Lava. I would like to see lava.
You can go to Hawaii and see lava. Like,
I've never been to Hawaii. I've never been anywhere, dude.
I've never been to Hawaii either, but
Let's go to Hawaii.
let's go to Hawaii and see
Podcast
lava.
trip.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Now it's not going to happen because you fucking said that.
Oh, God damn it. I was excited for Hawaii round 2.
Bruh.
Everything we've ever said we would do because the podcast has not happened.
Yes.
What do you guys think of his rock pants?
I love Musashi's new outfit.
Yeah.
It's his alternate form in a fighting game.
Yeah, I like his new outfit because, I mean, we have a lot of shows where we have characters and they're just like in the same outfit like the whole fucking time. And it's like, switch it up a little bit, please.
Yeah, for sure. Or like their outfit gets destroyed and then they find a replicate of the exact one. It's like, what?
Yeah. I like it with this also, like he got pulled out of the pit, right? And I have a feeling that Nanao just did it to save him. She was kind of being tsundere about it.
Yeah, she's really like, she's a pretty good person and she likes him because he was nice to her.
Yeah.
Musashi gets all the chicks because he doesn't want any of the chicks.
But I like that, like he gets pulled out and she's like, would you put some clothes on? And he's like, all right, going to save my buds. And he like walks away with rock pants.
Yeah. Dude, also though, I love that like his body is made out of obsidian up to his chest and everybody's like, oh, put some fucking clothes on. It's like, what do you mean?
There's nothing there. What are you talking about?
What do you think? He's a rock. He's literally a rock right now.
Well, I mean,
what are you talking about?
To be fair, I mean, they didn't draw it, but he probably had like a fucking dick-shaped rock.
You think he got rock dick?
Yeah, he's got rock dick.
Rock dick.
He's rock hard, dude.
Oh, no.
If we haven't been... If we haven't been taken off of iTunes, this is the time to do it.
This is the episode.
Bro, I forgot we even upload their shit.
Oh, bruh.
What do you guys think of the goddess trapped inside of him?
Yo,
No, you can go.
One at a time, please.
Yo, I think that she's a weird, overly possessive bitch.
Well, here's the thing. Why does he have a goddess inside of him?
Because this is actually a harem anime.
Oh.
So he's got the Bushi girl in his harem now. He's got the bandit neutral party girl. Now he's got a goddess in his party. He's just racking them up.
He's got Kojiro as well.
He's got Kojiro.
Kojiro is not in his harem.
Kojiro is definitely in his. Did you see the flashback in this episode? Kojiro is definitely in his harem.
No. They're like best buds.
Yeah, Kojiro. Me too, dude. When I hung out with my homies, I like got all red in the face and I blushed really hard and looked down and was like, "Oh, I'm not alone anymore."
Okay, maybe he's in the harem. I do think that the show just gets more and more enjoyable. And for some reason, like I always dread watching this show. I'm like, oh god, here's Orient again. And then I watch it and I'm like, yeah, Orient.
Dude, it's literally the situation we talked about in the intro where it's like the worst of the best.
Yeah, exactly.
These are all banging shows, and it's just the banging show that I want to watch the least every week.
Exactly.
But it's still banging.
Yeah, it's pretty all right. I'm having a good time with it.
I'm glad to see in these last 2 episodes that they learned how to use flashbacks. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, thank God. The first flashback they had, I started watching it, and I'm like, didn't we already have this flashback like 3 episodes ago? And then right as I started thinking that, it changed into a different flashback. And
yeah.
I was like, nice.
This one looks like a full flashback.
New information.
Yeah, because like, when we meet Musashi, he's living alone. So I just assumed he lived alone. Seeing him grow up with those, family members that hated him was really interesting. I feel like that did a lot for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially like building up the whole plot point where like, he never wanted to speak out of turn. He never wanted to say anything that was different. Well, after years of abuse from the family telling him, if you keep thinking the things that you do, you're going to get disowned, right?
Yeah.
Of course he didn't want to speak out and say the things that he wanted to say, right? Like
For sure. I mean, even on top of that, saying the things that they wanted to say, saying the things he grew up saying, got his parents killed.
Is that what happened? I thought they got sick, dude.
Yeah, no, they just got sick.
They said that it was divine punishment from the demons. Like, it sounds like they killed off the people who were, kind of not doing what they wanted them to do.
There was a lot of dead people. I kind of feel like there was just a plague that happened.
These Oni literally raised people to eat them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was a plague. Maybe it was the Oni. But to be fair,
it could be either.
People in his periphery linked the idea that they died for believing the things they did, whether that's true or not,
Right.
And he's like a 5-year-old, so what the fuck does he know?
Exactly. I also don't remember what I was about to say. It's gone.
Damn.
I think that there's definitely something going on with Musashi, though. Like the fact that he's forsaken and has a goddess in him feels like there's something more going on, right?
Right, for sure. And even like Kingdom Hearts, I already forget the second person. I called him Xehanort. What? Oh, well. Anyways, even Mr. Kingdom Hearts, he was like, oh, the trial is going to begin. The goddess's judgment. The goddess is going to judge him. We about to see how the goddess judges him. It's like, bro, I thought you said he was already forsaken.
Yeah.
thought he was already rock material.
You know what forsaken means? Or
you just slinging words around because
it's
they
like
sound
no coming
cool.
back after that.
This guy just sounds like he's smart. He's actually real dumb.
I mean, to be honest, he kind of seems real dumb.
Also, it was Mihawk.
Mihawk, that's it. Xehanort Mihawk.
Yeah, Xehanort Mihawk. First up, we have... First up, we have Platinum End, episodes 20 and 21.
Do, 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 do.
Is that JoJo? Why?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Oops, this show is very... It's like if Death Note was JoJo.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that.
And sometimes JoJo is Death Note.
True.
Absolutely.
So I guess Susumu's actually dead.
Yeah, like, damn, bro, Jesus.
They fucking killed a child.
Yeah, not only that, but like Yoneda shot him too. He was like, well, there's no saving this guy. I want the rings.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Bruh.
I like Susumu, you know, he was like kind of this, it always felt like there was something more sinister going on with him. But I feel like that maybe it might just be the framing from the anime, the way they did the music and stuff like that, you know, made in framing of his face. I'm not sure how that plays out in the manga.
Yeah, that's true. And he did say, I'm going to give everybody a white arrow, but that doesn't mean it had to be sinister.
Right,
know,
right.
Yeah,
so.
but the way he said it in the face he gave when he said it, that was sinister as fuck.
He
Yeah.
was wearing a mask, wasn't he?
No.
No, he had his mask down. He was like, I'm going to give everyone a white arrow.
Yeah, but that's the voice actor. That's not necessarily like,
No, but his face.
No, but that's like what Adam's saying. We don't know what that looked like in the manga. That could have just been how they drew it out and did the voice acting in the anime. I mean, the anime could have changed the tone of the scene, you know, for all we know.
yeah, so I'm wondering if, because I feel like you don't set up a character like that and not make him a villain. So it's interesting.
Maybe they did that to subvert our expectations, right? Because we kind of talked about this last time. At the end of episode 19, we felt like there was something more sinister going on with him. And we also felt like Yoneda was not the sinister character the intro had made him out to be. And now with these last two episodes, I feel like that has flipped 180 degrees.
Well, it's interesting at this point because we've gotten to a point where neither character is wrong. We've gotten to a point in the show where you could agree with either Yoneda or, bless you, Aspen, or Mirai.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know who I'm rooting for at this point. Like, obviously Mirai is gonna fucking win, right? Like, he's the main character. But
To be honest, I'm only like vying for Mirai because he finally wants to kill somebody, and I want to see him kill somebody.
dude, I've seen him with this attitude at the end of many episodes. I'm not buying it.
At the start of the next episode, he's gonna be standing there like, I can't kill anybody.
Exactly. Like, they ended this episode with him being like, I'm gonna have to do it. And we go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna press X to doubt, motherfucker. There's no way. You think we're gonna walk in here and he's gonna be like, all right, I'm cool with this now? I feel like he's gonna be like, oh god, oh no. It's just not gonna happen.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel I'm wondering because the way he talked about how Yoneda died.
Holy shit, can I interrupt you? I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Hey, did this should be in the intro. I'm gonna leave it here anyway because we didn't do this earlier.
Okay.
Something very important has to happen really quick. I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Did you watch The Legends of Vox Machina?
Fuck.
Get up, Tim.
Oh no, they're gonna beat me up.
Come on.
No.
I don't know if you remember. We said we'd kick him in the kneecaps.
No, not my kneecaps. My kneecaps.
All right,
Damn, bro.
carry on.
Okay. Holy shit.
We told Jesse if he didn't watch The Legends of Vox Machina because he was really excited for it, we'd kick him in the kneecaps.
These guys legit kicked me in the kneecaps.
Look, I went easy on you this time. You better not fail me again.
Oh no, I got another 2 weeks to watch
You got
Vox
2 more
Machina.
weeks or we're going hard. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying about Platinum Man?
Yeah, so if you yeah, so Mirai, I feel like maybe at the end of the last arc with Metro Polyman, they were trying to set us up for the end of this arc because he says something similar, you know, he's like, Yoneda, if Yoneda doesn't die, he threatens the happiness of all the other god candidates. So it's like Yoneda's happiness versus the happiness of all the other candidates. And it seems like that's stealing his resolve to kill him because in his happiness brain, that's the better of two options, which is what he started to do with the chick who had the virus bomb. And he was like, I can't kill people. But if I don't kill her, she's going to kill tons of people and that's going to take away their happiness. But if I kill her, that takes away her happiness. And so he's like in the same situation, but this time he has like more motivation to actually kill somebody. So I feel like that was a setup for him now to like, so it's not such a jarring thing to make him go from I'm not going to kill anybody to I'm about to kill this scientist dude.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's really good character progression, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm really glad that this character progression has ended with him being ready to kill someone.
Yeah, me too. I hate Mirai.
I mean, I'm still gonna doubt this. Like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I'm giving it like a 50%, which is a lot higher than before.
Yoneda might win.
Yoneda might win. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's kind of, they got a really crazy thing set up where it's like, dude, I think the Angel of Darkness is working against actually, I don't even know who. It's like, dude, it's actually like a fight between the Angel of Darkness, the Angel of Destruction, Mirai, and Yoneda. Those are the 4 actual players, and they each have different goals, and they're each battling each other.
I do want to say this is not my theory. This is Sam's theory. So shout out to friend and fan of the podcast, Sam.
Okay.
Sam thinks, because they point out something very specific. They say that Nase has the ability to touch humans, and no other angel has that ability.
That's true.
Sam thinks that Nase is God.
Whoa, that's an interesting idea.
I like the idea. I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet, but it's really interesting. So,
dude, that reminds me of some other anime, or maybe it wasn't even an anime. I don't know. There's some other thing I watched, or
you're thinking of Mirai Nikki.
No, I'm thinking of that Korean show that was really popular with the games and the
Tower of God.
No,
it wasn't.
It was the live action Korean
Squid
show.
Game.
Squid Game. I'm thinking of Squid Game.
Oh, I still haven't seen that.
I still need to watch it.
Ooh, okay. I won't spoil anything then.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll just for anybody who knows, Squid Game, Platinum End. Think about it for a minute.
That's all you got to say.
That's all I got to say, really.
So we leave off this episode with Yoneda saying that he's trying to create this stalemate where they all die and nobody becomes God.
Yeah, big brain.
And Mirai wants to become God so that people have a God still.
Yeah, but do nothing as a god.
Now, if you think about it, because the Angel of Darkness or Destruction or whatever.
There's the Angel of Darkness and the Angel of Destruction.
Which one is Yoneda's?
The Angel of Destruction.
Okay. The Angel of Destruction actively wants there to be no God. They are acting against God with Yoneda. If you think about the juxtaposition against Mirai, it makes even more sense that Nase is God.
Yeah, that does make sense. Ooh, and they say that the Angel of Darkness knows who, like, I don't know if they said knows who God is, but knows about God and the inner workings of God, and that's why they were demoted.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
Yeah, Sam might be onto something. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Dude, I'm starting to think Sam's totally right, because it plays in with Yoneda's theory that God isn't a god. God is a creature. Nase is a creature. Nase, angels are created in the image of God. Nase is the only one that can touch actual people, which might mean she was maybe a human at one point that ascended to God, unless Yoneda's theory is right, where Nase is the, like, form of people's thoughts, which would make sense for her to be able to touch, and the Angel of Destruction wants to get rid of them. Oh, bro.
You see, my theory was that Yoneda was going to end up shooting at Nase with a white arrow to try and kill her. But, I mean, after hearing Sam's theory and thinking about it a little more, like, yeah, maybe that could happen, but there's nothing that's actually really hinted towards that so far.
Yeah.
I feel like the themes do. We'll see, though. We'll see. We only got, like,
We got, like,
3 episodes left?
How long is this? 25?
24.
24?
We got 3 left.
Bro.
So 2 more episodes of the podcast on this one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now, I would like to draw your guys' attention to something else, all right? Something that I noticed about Yoneda. I'm going to pull up a picture real quick, all right?
Okay.
This is a picture of Yoneda that I'm about to show you guys.
Okay.
Are you sure? Oh my gosh.
You motherfucker.
I'm telling you, he's Beaker from the Muppets.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to pull up a picture of Kenpachi from Bleach.
No, dude. Look
Also
at this guy.
accurate.
Look, the hair, the eyes, the mouth. He is Beaker.
Dude, to be honest, very accurate.
Yeah, dude. Okay, last episode, I was like, this guy's Beaker from the Muppets, and you guys were like, what are you fucking talking about? And I was like, no, I swear to God, dude, look at him.
Well, look, now that we've seen him more, he's a moniker. He's a grayscale Beaker.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
Beaker's got the orange skin with the oranger hair. He's got the gray skin with the grayer hair.
Yeah. I told Sam, we were watching this together, and I was like, don't you think he looks like Beaker from the Muppets? And she started cracking out. She said that when she heard that part in the podcast, she laughed really hard. But then afterwards, every time he showed up, she said, meep. Which was very funny and mildly distracting.
Meep.
I'm telling you, that's the true theory. He's Beaker from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Meep.
Yoneda is God. He's Beaker, and he's transcended the realities.
Beaker is God.
Beaker
I'm
is
calling
God.
it now.
Oh, please no. I don't want God to be someone who can just say meep.
And God could do that anyway.
Yeah, but if that was the only thing he could say, I would be afraid.
Maybe that's
that's
just God communicating through a higher language we can't comprehend.
Yeah, you just don't get it, Chip.
Yeah, Chip, you just don't understand, bro.
Small brain.
Look, I'll try by meeping from now on. Meep. Up next, we have Attack on Titan, Season 4, the final season, Episode 83 and 82. I don't know why I did that backwards, but I did.
Yeah, fuck it, we're here. All
You
right.
can just cut it and then swap.
We don't even need to. Just leave it like that. We'll do it live.
I wish.
Levi. Speaking of alive.
Speaking
Oh
of doing
my
it live.
God, this motherfucker, he just doesn't die.
Levi don't stay down, bro. He's from the Undercity.
Dude, if you think about it, with Hanji's missing eye and Levi's missing eye, they now have a full set of regular eyes.
Incredible.
They're the opposite.
If they have
eye
a
from
kid,
each
their
other.
kid might have 2 eyes.
Oh shit. I also rip Levi's fingers.
Yeah, damn, bro. R.I.P. fingers.
Will he be able to soar through the sky again?
Yes.
We might never know.
We definitely will know.
Yeah, next episode probably.
Probably next episode.
Or will we?
Yes. Dude, what do you guys think of Annie right now?
Is she okay?
Annie, are
No.
you okay? Are you
The answer's
okay,
no.
Annie?
So okay, remind me, because I've been this is unlike everything else.
Yeah.
I've actually been watching this every week, so as opposed to the day before the podcast. Was the other episode we're talking about the one where Annie does come back first?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one with
Yes.
Hitch
Yeah.
or Hichi.
Hichi.
Yeah.
Hichi.
All right.
Hitch, bitch, same thing.
Wow, bro.
I'm just kidding. I actually kind of like Hitch.
Yeah,
She's cool.
I like her.
She's fair.
So probably the most interesting thing about Annie is that she has not aged.
Yeah. She looks, I mean, like, even with the newer art style, she almost looks exactly like she used to.
Yeah, which is really cool. I like that a lot.
I do too, yeah.
I also like the detail that she was like physically weak. What's the word? Atrophy.
Yeah. She atrophied.
That was really interesting as well.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. It's we talked about it last episode, I guess, not last week, but
Yeah.
we were wondering, did her brain age? Did her body age? Well, now we found out she atrophied and she knows everything that's going on.
Yeah, she did in fact stay conscious the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, that's so rough, man.
4 years, basically just being in
A coma.
a
Yeah.
coma.
A coma that you can process everything and all the times people came and started talking to you about stuff.
In some comas, you can.
That's fair, yeah. I don't know anything about being in a coma because I haven't been in one, but that sounds awful.
I have a friend who was in a coma once.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
It was only 2 days.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, like in a
Could be worse.
Coma in general, probably like not great.
Yeah. Really disorienting, I'm sure.
It was after a car accident. He will not drive.
Understandable.
He's pretty mentally fucked up after that.
Very understandable.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyways, Annie, she seems to be like not a villain anymore. Well, that depends actually who you're rooting for. So I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Well, let's just say that she's not actively trying to destroy the city.
There are no longer any heroes or villains except Marley is bad people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even then, I don't know, because Annie, like, she was working for Marley.
Yeah, but all of the people who were working for Marley as what is the other civilization called?
Eldians?
Eldians, yeah. All the Eldians working for them, they're still chill.
Yeah, they're chill and all that stuff. I just mean that, like, Annie doesn't have a reason necessarily beyond the generic reason everybody's had to hate Marley, but she also, like, doesn't have any purpose to fight the Eldians anymore.
Yeah.
There's no villains in her eyes. There's no evil people really, or everybody's evil. I don't really know, something like that.
She's on Armin's side now.
Yeah.
I've been on Armin's side since day one, dude.
Same, bro.
I haven't. I don't like Armin.
Armin's the best character, and if you disagree, you're wrong.
I'm not gonna disagree. But I don't like him.
I don't know if Armin's the best character, but he's really good. I like him. Please turn into the Giant Titan already.
Dude, here's the problem.
Turn into the Colossus Titan.
Here's the problem they presented that wasn't an issue in the first half of the series.
Yeah.
Every time you turn into the Colossal Titan in the second half of the series, a nuke goes off.
Yeah, of course.
Does that happen in the first half? Absolutely not. They
It's
did
only
it right in front of the wall once.
It's just because it's Armin. Armin has nuke powers.
Oh,
yeah.
I get it, yeah.
The Colossal Titan, when he turns into it, unleashes a wave of energy that is multiplicative to the character's intelligence.
It's actually what goes on is what we didn't know is that Armin is a descendant of Jimmy Neutron, and that is the Brain Blast.
Brain Blast. Brain Blast.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about a neutron bomb.
Yeah. Man. I'm excited to see what Annie does moving forward. The pie scene had me fucking dying.
Oh, dude, that was a season 1 scene. It was glorious.
Is it? Well, I mean, like Annie. This is the first time we've seen her do anything not super serious.
Also,
right?
very true.
So, like, this is 4 seasons of us waiting for Annie to come back and be angry and bitchy like she always is, and she's stuffing her face with pie, and everybody just looks at her and they're like, she just keeps eating the pie.
Dude, she was literally like that was a Sasha scene, season 1 Sasha scene.
Absolutely,
right? Where she's stuffing her face with like bread, hiding off in a corner. Literally the same.
I do like that they all sit down, right? And they're like, now we just got to figure out what happened to Annie since,
looks to their left.
And then I just feel like, like I was fucking dying. I was laughing really, really hard. And then Connie started laughing really hard. Yeah. And I was like, Connie is the audience right now.
Oh, gosh.
What did you guys think of Connie's ploy to brush the Titan's teeth?
Dental hygiene is very, very important, and Connie cares about his mom a lot. So I appreciate that he would go to such deep lengths to take care of her dental hygiene.
Also, what a lame way to try and trick a kid to get into its mouth.
Dude, the best part about that was like his facial expressions while he was trying to tell Falco that this is what's going on, right? He's like, we're gonna do this right now. You'll have fun. Falco's like, what?
Dude, I feel like Connie just needed to spend 3 seconds thinking about any of this ahead of time, right? Because he's like, they're riding through the town, and the kid's like, oh, I thought you were taking me to a medical tent. Why are we in an abandoned town? And Connie just had to say, like, the tent is in this town. We're using it as a headquarters. And instead he's like, do you want to brush my mom's teeth? Fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ.
I also like Falco's like, hey, I heard you talking to yourself last night. What was that about? And he was like, nothing. Just nothing.
Dreams. It's having them.
I was planning your death. I
was gonna feed you to my mom.
Gonna brush teeth.
Get in the mouth.
Want to brush teeth?
Get in the Titan, Falco.
Get in the Titan, Falco.
His face was so fucked up that whole time too. He was just like,
dude. Oh man, that fucking animation.
Ever since
Holy
yelling his
shit.
face in that one episode, just like the facial expressions.
They've jumped the shark with these faces. They've jumped the Titan.
Oh my god, jump the Titan.
Jesus.
That's the name of this episode.
Incredible. Dude, how about Armin in that scene?
Dude, Armin, he's like always the smartest. I feel like Armin knew that Connie was going to catch him, and he did it to get Connie to catch him, not because he was trying to actually feed himself to Connie's mom.
Oh, 100%. I'm like, yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, this boy knew what he was doing from the start.
Yeah, he's way too smart for that.
Also, like, if he fell in the Titan, like, he could have just turned into the Colossal Titan and then not gotten eaten.
Or he could have let Connie's mom be the Colossal Titan.
Also very possible, but while Armin is like a really nice guy, good kid kind of thing, have we seen him actually like sacrifice himself in any way for anybody else ever?
Yeah.
Oh.
When he almost died and then they turned him into the Colossal Titan.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Like, he was...
There's a whole episode about it, this very thing that you just asked.
Like, he was
that was a while
literally...
ago.
He was, like, latched into the Colossal Titan, into Bertholt, and then he, like, let himself get fucking roasted by that steam.
Oh, you're right. That's true. Okay, yeah, all that. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Real facts, yeah. But have we seen him do anything since then?
We haven't seen him do anything since then, actually. That was the last thing Armin did.
We watched him blow up part of Marley.
Oh, true. You're right. He did that once.
He was like, God damn it, Aaron, now I gotta fucking do my Titan form.
Dude, this whole bomb from the Colossal Titan thing just feels like they made it up later, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Like, the Colossal Titan's been there since episode 1. He never made nukes in episode 1.
Yeah, of course not.
To be fair, he transformed behind a wall, so we couldn't... Like the
you're right.
The force of that wouldn't
I
have
forgot.
hit the
Brick
citizens.
walls actually do stop nukes. I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they do.
They don't. That's
Yeah.
untrue.
Dude, I like the part where the forest that he transformed in was completely untouched in a lush green, you know? it definitely was not incinerated.
It's cool. I get it. Retcons, whatever.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Well, you know, here's the other thing too, though. It's like every Titan became more militarized in season 3, right?
Yes.
Like, because the female Titan was a Titan that was a female. The attack Titan was a Titan. He attacked things. The armored Titan was a Titan with some hard bone on him. The Colossus Titan was a big Titan. The Jaw Titan was a funny looking little gremlin Titan. And then season 3 rolls around and they're like, yeah, but what if like you have a Titan with a giant metal jaw and then you have a Titan that blows up when he transforms? And
Also, a Titan that's a cart.
yeah, and what about a Titan that has a cart?
This one's
There's a cannon on its back?
is a vehicle.
When does the cannon get on the cart Titan's back?
They put it on there.
When? There's like she turns into the cart Titan and then she has a cannon on her back.
That's correct.
Yes. Does she like lay under the cannon and then transform into the cart Titan so she like goes up into the cannon?
She probably picks it up and puts it on her back.
I guess that's very plausible. Fair enough. I don't know. She just stands so weird. Is like, can she do that? Can she reach onto her back?
Maybe it's like a backpack, right? You like strap it.
As far as I can tell,
Maybe.
they get it ready. She turns into the cart Titan and like crawls into it, and then they fasten it.
I hate the cart Titan.
Yeah, fuck the cart Titan.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Kind of terrifying.
I don't like its long mouth.
It was also terrifying in the previous seasons too, when it wasn't the cart Titan yet.
It was never. It's only been in season 4.
No, that's not true. It was in season 3,
Yeah.
and I believe it was in season 2 as well. Actually,
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect. What are you talking about?
The cart Titan was with the Beast Titan.
Oh shit, you're right.
yeah.
They literally like just changed the cart Titan's design, even though it was theoretically peak the whole time.
I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
No. What?
Dude, I guess I gotta restart Attack on Titan.
Yeah. It helps binging 3 seasons in a row before season 4 starts.
Yeah. Man. I'm just excited for Levi to do something again.
Yeah, me too. I legit just forgot about Levi. I was like, what happened to Levi? Is he dead? I don't know.
Dude, I forgot, like, because there was a whole thing where, like, they had Reiner, and they had Reiner strapped to a bomb or something, right? And they were like,
I don't remember that.
yeah, that's why Levi showed up blown up. Like, he got, like, half blown up at the start of the season.
No, I thought Levi got half blown up because of one of those thunder missiles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he was
that-
trying to fight Zeke.
He was fighting Zeke and the other Titans that he transformed.
Zeke, not Reiner.
Oh, okay.
My
that's,
apologies. Yeah,
that's why we're confused. Yeah, Zeke.
It's the same character.
They had Zeke all like bundled up with a bunch of thunder missiles, and then like Levi fucked up and Zeke outplayed him, and he got partially blown up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I hardly remember that. Not important, I guess.
Who fucking cares about Levi, man?
Yeah, who cares about Levi? Who cares about Zeke? Unimportant.
I should read Kaiju number 8 some more. The manga rules.
Okay. Aaron. He's the founding Titan thing now. He's the big zebra snaky Titan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's the rumbling. We got the rumbling going on.
Rumbling.
Now we've got Armin and Mikasa and their squad teaming up with Yelena and some Marlians. They've got some devious, underhanded play. They totally juked out Floche. He's a fucking scrub. What a loser. Dude, where do you think they're going from here? What do you think the plan is?
What the fuck is Floche? Who's that guy?
Floche, he's the red-haired guy?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
dude.
the Gene knockoff.
Yeah, dude, I hate that guy.
He's the Zoomer Gene.
Dude, he is the Zoomer Gene.
100%.
If you think about it.
He's 100% the Zoomer Gene.
I didn't even think about it that way. Gene's the millennial version of Gene.
Yeah.
And then Floche is the Zoomer Gene. Dude, I was so ready. Like, you hear those gunshots, and I thought it was going to be Gene shooting Floche in the head. Like, straight up.
Dude, I didn't even consider that. I thought they were, like, going to fire off the shots and then end the episode right there, and we're going to have to sit around and be like, oh, who did they shoot?
Yeah, dude, you hear the 4 shots, and then they were like, "Oh, 4 shots is the signal to grab these guys." And I was like, "You still could have shot Floche in the head, dude. That counts as a shot."
Yeah,
for the record.
you just needed 4 shots.
You go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, or even better, go boom, 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 boom. You know, like easy mode.
Yeah,
like
and you didn't have to do it right next to Onyankopon's head.
Yeah, fuck, man. Maybe he's probably deaf in his ear now.
Yeah, Onyankopon's like, "Well, I'm gonna die," and he shoots 4 times next to him, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Fucking terrifying.
I straight up thought that he was gonna shoot Yelena, Onyankopon, and then like
Floche, and then himself.
Oh my god!
Definitely
honestly
Floche for sure. But when I heard the 3rd shot, I was like, okay, he's actually shooting Yelena 4 times. I would too.
Dude, I love Floche and Gene's face during that scene where Floche, he's like got this like crazy look of shock with all those lines on his face, and he's like, "Whoa, what was that? What was that?" And then Gene is just like looking at the ground like, "Oops, I missed."
And there was also the part when, Peak comes in to grab him, right? And he literally shoves Floche out of the way. I'm like, you could have taken Floche too. Dude,
I think like Gene's just done with the killing. He's done with this. He's like,
that's fair.
You're all a bunch of fucking morons. Please just stop.
Man. Where do I think it's going to go from here? How many episodes we got left? Like 4?
Yeah, we got like 4 left.
Dude, I don't fucking know, right? Like, I feel like it could end next episode. What else is there to do?
Yeah, like I don't understand. How are they gonna stop Eren and the Rumbling in 4 episodes? Are they gonna stop Eren and the Rumbling in 4 episodes?
Okay, straight up. Here's what I actually think, and I want to say I have no manga spoilers on the ending.
Okay.
So if this ends up being what happens, I promise I didn't actually know this. But I think that the whole world is going to get wrecked, and so are they. I think that this is going to be a
unhappy ending.
Be all. I think that because the only thing I know about the ending is that it's controversial and some people didn't like it.
Really?
I think everyone dies in the end of this.
Oh.
I think okay. So going off of you saying that everyone dies, as your guess, I'm thinking that everyone dies, but what they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to catch up to Eren and also kill him.
Yeah. I think literally everybody on the planet dies.
Oh, everyone on the planet.
I'm gonna change that then because the Rumbling, it started in Eldia, right? But it's going out in all the other directions. I don't think the Rumbling is gonna come back to Eldia. I think the Rumbling's gonna finish, and then there's just gonna be a bunch of these massive fucking titans. I don't know. Maybe they stand around. Maybe they walk around. Maybe they like dissolve into nothingness, or maybe they disappear when Eren dies. But like you said, world's gonna get fucked up. Eren's gonna die. Armin, Mikasa, Levi, these Marlians, all those motherfuckers, all those guys, Connie, Jean, they're all gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. And so who does that leave? That leaves all the cowards and the Jaegerists who stayed behind in Eldia because they support Eren and all that stuff. So we're gonna most people are gonna be dead, and then we're gonna have 500 Eldians left, and it's gonna consist of the Jaegerists and the fucking monarchs and shit.
Fuck.
That would be controversial.
Oh man!
And then the lesson is war is bad.
Here's a controversial statement. Why haven't more characters died yet? All right, there were so many memes around the time that Sasha died where people were like, "Man, I hope a single one of my favorite characters, survives to the end of this show." And it's like, well, it's been 20 episodes since then. Fucking nobody else has died. So
honestly,
when are they gonna start dropping, man?
Gotten kind of weak. Gotten kind of weak.
People used to die left and right in this show.
Yeah, and half the time they were nobody characters who had literally just been introduced, but at least kept you on the edge of your seat. You're like, anybody could die at any time.
Give me more.
Gibby.
I feel like a lot of, I'm less enthusiastic about Attack on Titan right now than I was, in season 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still invested. I still want to see what goes on, but I do miss some of the core of what made Attack on Titan. That's why when we got that episode a couple weeks ago, where it was back to its roots, they're killing Titans, they're flying around on their zippy Spider-Man boys, this is what I want out of Attack on Titan. So I am interested to see where it goes from here, but I do hope we see more death. I want to see more characters that I love die.
Yeah, I feel like it's really going back to its roots, It's kind of like, it's almost like the story is like things are coming full circle, right? Eren's plan is coming full circle. It's going back to how the show used to be. The characters are aligning themselves with the people they used to be aligned with. You got like the main crew back at it again, trying to fight Titans.
And Mikasa just got her scarf back.
Yeah. Mikasa got her scarf back.
Which is important because her scarf is, that was the representation of her loyalty to Eren, right?
Yeah.
And she takes her scarf back here. I feel like that means something.
Dude, do you think Mikasa's going to betray everybody she's working with who's going to try to take Eren down?
I don't know.
I think Mikasa's going to be the one that kills Eren.
Damn, that would be deep.
But then what's Levi going to do?
Levi, he just wants to kill Zeke, dude.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
dude, he's fucking pissed at Zeke. He's like, oh, this motherfucker. I already hated him, and now I'm going to fucking destroy him. That's like his whole being right now.
Is Zeke still just laying on the ground in front of the wall?
I have no idea.
This dude,
that's a great question.
He's just laying there the whole time like, oh, help. I'm in so much pain. Please, somebody help me out.
For context here, Chip just gave the biggest shrug in the world. So nobody can see that, Chip. This is an audio-based podcast.
Maybe it'll make you guys laugh more so then the audience can think of something that happened in the background. I don't know.
But either way, like, I'm ready for this ending. I'm ready to see this controversy. I want to see where we lie.
Yeah, I'm fucking pumped. I'm fucking hyped. I'm ready for it.
I have a feeling that we're going to get to the end of this. Jesse and I are going to love it. Chip's going to hate it.
I'm probably going to be like, why is this controversial? Thanks for joining us for this episode of Recasters Anime Podcast. We hope you had as much fun as we did.
Feel free to check us out on Facebook. We post anime-related memes there almost daily. Let us know what you think of the current anime season, or even just say hi.
You can look forward to weekly releases every Tuesday morning on platforms like Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher.
Tune in next week for more anime discussion.
Ja! Mata raishu!